And live on the show tonight, Shelley, by Som Mittal, President of NASSCOM. Mr. Mittal, thanks for joining us on the show. It's been a disappointing quarter for IT companies with the exception of TCS. Even Cognizant, which has traditionally outperformed, came out and cut its guidance. Analysts now feel that NASSCOM's growth estimate is rather aggressive. Does all this make for a strong case for NASSCOM to revise its estimate?
No, we don't think so. You know, when we had done this estimate, we had factored in some of the uncertainty that had come in. You know, we haven't seen results yet of the first and the second quarter. I think the fundamentals of the industry and companies remain strong. You know, while there has been a differentiated performance across large companies, the mid-sized companies are doing well, and I think they have shown good growth. So on the aggregate, we still think that 11 to 14% is something that is easily achievable.
But what about the uncertainty and fogginess in client spend? I mean, is this really the new normal? Are we looking at, demand not being consistent for the months or quarters ahead?
Well, you know, we've been through some cycles. If you saw, the worst was in 2008-9, and even that time we had grown by 6 percentage points. Last year our growth is around 16%. So I think the uncertainty remains high, and hence customers will decide closer to their needs. There won't be large contracts, and hence what you call fogginess is about not being able to predict too long ahead on a certain basis, which is what used to happen. But then if you look at the hiring plans that the companies have announced, the fact that they have given offers in the colleges for fresh recruit, I think all those would indicate also some way that there is still confidence in the model, and the fact that at the end we would grow over the previous year.
I was just going to ask you that, Mr. Mittal. Is hiring still on a strong wicket, and will that assuage concerns on the growth front?
Well, you know, the hiring patterns have changed. We are today hiring at 4 points. One is campus hiring, the other is lateral hiring, the third are we are adding manpower in creating centers closer to customers because our business needs have changed. But a fourth category that's getting added to our hiring is off-campus just in time. So there are a large number of students who are still available out of campuses, and as we see certainty coming in, you would see people ramping up the hiring from off-campus as well.
Mr. Mittal, it's also election year in the US. Are we going to see the rhetoric translate to see its impact on business? There's been a reasonably high cases of visa rejections as well.
Well, first, I think we should not mix up the whole rhetoric around outsourcing and so on with the visa issues. I think they're quite unrelated. One, I think we must realize that outsourcing is a phenomenon where companies focus on their core capabilities and then they go to the specialists, and we are specialists, so they would continue to come to us. I think the needs are of businesses in US and other countries are expanding globally. They are transforming their businesses. They are looking at how they could leverage newer tools like mobile platforms, social media. How do they come out with projects on new emerging markets, which is where their growth is. So I think the business needs for the kind of work that we do continues to be very high. Now, from 2002, we have been having elections, and you would remember that that's the first time outsourcing happened. So it's been 10 years now. What used to be 4-year election cycle has become almost a 2-year election cycle. You know, every 4 years there's the presidential election, and every 2 years, 1/3 of the Senate. So I think you would find this coming in. But on the ground level, we must not forget that it's no longer a zero-sum game. We are investing in the US. A recent study that we did showed that we support really 280,000 jobs in the Americas. These are all high-paying jobs. We are investing in greenfield projects. There is acquisition that's happening. We are paying local taxes and social security contributions. So I think US realizes that we add value, and that highly skilled professionals that we offer are required by them. So I won't really too much worry about the election rhetoric and its impact, because business will do what it needs to be done.
Sure, Mr. Mittal, US realizes it, but they also realize that it does create a huge amount of uproar back home in the US. So the question is, with Hillary Clinton in town and S.M. Krishna making a strong case to the US for easier movement of IT professionals, do you really think it has given hope Given that this is an election year in the US, shall we be realistic?
Yes, so, I think what we're looking on from US is sorting out administrative issues because the visa rejections were not mandated by legislative action. There are probably guidelines and administrative issues that are required. For us, visa rejections adds to the uncertainty of our business. We're not able to deliver on the times that we commit to our customers. So we're very happy that Mr. Krishna has raised this issue, and we hope that the Secretary Clinton would take these issues up. But as I said, these are not issues to be confused with immigration. These are high-skilled mobility issues that are important. And as you have seen, all over the world, mobility is becoming important, and highly skilled professional movement, I think, is being encouraged across. And I'm sure US is coming out with other schemes to attract immigrants to be helping on the high technology area. And we hope that this will also get sorted out.